And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Whiskerwood, city building with mice. Beginning of year 2. We're having a little bit of encoder issues. This is actually the third time I've done this intro. If we unpause here, we're going to get the timing pop up, probably for there we go, for the medical triage. We're going to put a little bit of fuel on these fires. They don't need to last for much longer, but they need to last a little bit longer than I had originally thought they would. The spring here, or the 0-degree spring here, lasts for like 2 days. They got enough fuel in them for about 1, so we stuck a little bit more in. And they should be good enough. And we're going to put the triage building over here. And we can unpause, let some time pass. The triage building is going to take a sweet time to build because we've got no one assigned to it right now. And yeah, we're basically waiting for the world to warm up, or Whiskers to arrive. The next Whisker transport arrives tomorrow in-game. And to expand our industries, mainly I'm going to do a little bit of mining around back. And probably get another sawmill going. We need more Whiskers. And honestly, we probably need more planks as well. Right, we need the sawmill going so we can get more planks, so we can plank up the place a little bit more. Upgrade the houses to higher tier houses. And at some point I should probably put roads in, right? I think it's slow speed on the normal dirt. I think it's medium speed on the paths, whether it's makeshift or plank path. The stone path I think is actually high, but we're a little way off in the tech there. Oh, and we can collect this quest from research, because that just says machinery parts. The other 3 that are complete are all approval, and I don't need the approval right now. Yeah, and right now I think we have surplus food. The fisher has been making... Oh, the fisher's having problems because the output's full because we don't have any place to put the fish. Yeah, we definitely got enough food. We got 500 food, and I think each Whisker only eats like 1 food a day. So we're making the generic baseline food. We're making more than we need, at least for the moment. I think it's also our primary berry field over here is the one that's not frozen. Yeah, we're getting complaints about the storage being full. Honestly, that's another thing we could potentially solve by using planks. So we could swap over from basic storage shed to the small warehouse, which I think is bigger, holds more stuff, and once you account for the fact that 5 logs becomes 25 planks, even cheaper. Yeah, so it's not this upcoming day, but I think the next one where the world will warm up. In this area over here is where I'm thinking we're gonna... Got all these sort of surface visible deposits that we should probably mine. So we get more Whiskers in, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, day 25. Okay, so here comes the pirate blockade. We can pay the pirates off pretty easily here just by giving them some cloaks. Clothe the pirates, send them on their way. And then here comes the Whisker ship. So, weak miner. Don't think we want a weak miner. Swift we'll definitely take. No drawbacks on that one, so we'll definitely take that one. Patient and healthy we'll take. Strong shoulders. Greedy I'm not too worried about. So the weak is the only one I'm a little concerned about. Especially with mining, because I gotta carry stuff, right? I don't think we've got an industry that is mining, right, where they can basically sit stationary and not carry stuff. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do for the whiskers. We got 5 whiskers this time. I don't want to work the staircases coming up here. Oh, it's lower there than I thought it did. Thought it was. Okay. Okay, we don't need to go all the way up to the top for mining purposes. It's not a probably work. Take a few steps. Yeah, that'll probably work. I'll want to get up there as well. Yeah, I think that'll actually work. Probably better than what I had before. We're going to grab at least 1 miner to start. We're going to put them up near the top. Might even go ahead and put a house up here. For the miners up here. And the rest of the miners we got. So we got 2 miners, a farmer, an explorer, and an engineer. If memory serves, the forager's hut over here, but the woodcutter has actually got miners in it, so we'll swap out explorer and a farmer for a miner. Miners here. I'll actually do 2 mines over here. I'll actually do the one near the bottom first. At some point I want to go up to 3. So total 4 with the initial one we've got, but... And then we'll get a house for this one as well. Okay. And that should be enough once all those houses are built to house everyone. I'll put that as a log or a plank? Log. So the log one will probably get done first. Thanks, Team R&B, for welcoming me back. It seems better so far. Yeah, I think it's working better right now. You might notice that I'm pausing sometimes while I'm panning the camera. That might not necessarily be required. I think, well, at least the second time the encoder went out of sync, I was in the middle of panning, so... With snowfall, right? So this sort of snowfall and panning and moving the camera maybe was making it a little bit hard. I also changed something in the OBS. Put the canvas size down to 1080p, which is what I record for YouTube in. So we'll see how that's helping with the encoding as well. But yeah, for the moment we haven't desynced the encoder yet. And it tends to be, at least on my setup, if the encoder goes out of, or falls behind, the encoder is stuck behind. It's probably the best way to think about it. Once it's behind, it's behind. The only way to fix it is to stop the recording. Stop the streaming. But yeah, so we got the Whisker ship in theory. We got a supply ship coming. And then tomorrow is the smuggler, tax collector, another Whisker ship. Oh, and I do need the planks. I need the planks for the houses we're building. So must resist the urge to upgrade the log houses to plank houses because I have other things that have to take planks. Yeah, we're just waiting for the nice calm days to pass. This should be the last night where we got frozen. Let's take a quick stock and gander at our fuel source. Fires. Let's toss another log on all the fires. This is always the tedious one to click on, at least from this camera angle. That should be enough to get them through the night. And then come morning, it won't be cold anymore. And we can begin the transition over to the ones that the mice themselves stock up. Do I need more machinery? I think we'll hold off on picking up the tea for the moment. Our stockpile's a little full. We'll go with the smallest one here. Although, wood... Actually, no, we'll go with the wooden planks. Fine. Get some more construction materials. And they're still in house. What's the progress of shipping wood out to the houses? I do understand it's a bit of a hike up here. Okay, so best to end the day. Didn't quite hit full, but that's fine. Yeah, so I could put people in those mining places. We're gonna hold off until the houses associated with them are built. That way those miners can stay in the construction pool for a while. So I think this is the smuggler arriving. So the smuggler will buy woven cloaks and cut stone. I don't have a heavy immediate need for cut stone, so we'll try to sell him some of that. Same thing with woven cloaks. We'll get ourselves like 3 gold here to cover the taxes. So the smuggler, the trick of the smuggler here is we're trading things that normally have no tax value, but have a value to the smuggler, for gold bullion, which has tax value, but we're not necessarily getting a value exchange here. We're paying more for the gold than we would get otherwise. If it presumably had tax value. And then here's the tax collector. So we collected resources, we can go sell taxes. So we're going to send all the trinkets out. We're going to send fish and berries to boost the food stockpile. The food stock is a little full. And you can see that's enough to get one step up. We're going to want more than one step up. We're going to toss the gold in the pile. And the cotton. Oh, I might actually... Or do we want to keep the gold? No, we'll go with this. This will work. You can see the ship piled up with all our fish and berries. And then here's a Whisker ship. I do want to basically recruit everyone here that doesn't have bad traits. Slow, which is they don't walk very fast, on engineering isn't too bad. Less resistant to cold and illness isn't too bad. I'm not even that worried about rude. So we might just take all these guys. We'll just take all these guys. In fact, let's take that slow engineer, put him on the medical tent. On you, we want someone who's reasonably fast. We have a swift person. It's not a miner. No, although, actually, the educated, that might not be a bad person. Then we can always pull them out to do teaching jobs. Anyway, we're going to get another miner out here, I believe. Which means we're going to want another house out here. Yeah, we'll split it up here. That'll work. Okay. We got people complaining about long paths. Did I forget to queue up the plank row house this time? I may have. We'll go take the plank row house then, because I apparently forgot to queue it up. Click machinery and iron bars as well. So either we were part of the way through researching that, or I forgot to queue it up. The next thing we're going to do is the ore furnace. Probably followed by the smokery. So we got 10 unhoused, we got 6 worth of housing. Which again is all planks, pretty much, construction-wise. I do want to get another plank maker going. And I think we'll do something like I said, of row houses over here. For the other unhoused. Or... light flurries, but we're warm enough now that at least it isn't freezing on the ground, so we can probably let the fires go out and start the process of replacing them. Yeah, they're about to run out. Replacing them with bonfires for the next winter. Small radius, low fuel consumption. Close heating stove is the only one that's an upgrade to that, so it'll be almost our final heating source. Day 27 has ended. Could definitely work on improving housing, right? We got a bunch of unhoused people, which is dragging it down. So nothing shipping-wise is arriving today, although we'll have a supply ship tomorrow.
The insects are waking up for the spring thaw.
We'll accept that, because that just auto-complete. Got 6 workers assigned. It's telling us have 5 assigned, so yep. Yeah, we don't necessarily have any straight shot paths through the island right now, so as we're working around the side here, we're just having to walk all the way out and around. Not necessarily a major concern, it just means we need to get the pathing shortened at some point. Let's get someone assigned. Start mining up here. We're pretty far away from most of the amenities, so we'll put the Swift 2 up here. And I should get some mining assigned. Mining tool. Okay. Oh, we got a little bit over there as well. I think that's a lump of gold on the side there. That way, once they do harvest the copper right there, they don't have to climb down, walk across, climb back up to get to the coal on the other side. They can just go out and around. I think that'll be a little bit faster. miners in that one. Have the miners have their house. Got a camp idle. Last time I think I'd worked out that we're getting close to having this mine sort of mined what it's going to mine, without having to like dig deeply and greedily into the mountainside here right away. Although that might not be the worst of plans, because at some point we do need some more stone. That might be what we need to transfer over to, is cutting some stone. Okay. Still waiting on planks to be delivered to get to this last house done. Which one we'll probably swap back to upgrading instead. Well, last houses, 2 houses here. That one up there. Once that's done, we'll probably transition back to trying to upgrade the existing houses from logs to planks. We're eating Whiskers today. No, that's tomorrow. Yeah, because most of your requests here are just like, have done a thing, get some approval. So if we don't have Whiskers to pick up with the approval, we'd just be stockpiling approval for eligible gain. Supplier has arrived. What supplies do you want to pick up from him? Tempted to pick up the planks. Don't necessarily need the machine parts right now. I'll go with the planks. That'll help with the current construction projects. We have some complaining about distance traveled, which is fair. These are people picking up stuff from the mining camp. Again, there's no straight shot up and over the mountain to get there. They gotta go out and around. I'm not quite desperate enough to level the entire mountain to get a nice short way through. Oh, gotta go over there for iron, okay. Pinkish rocks or the iron. Ore finish is complete. All that about the smokery. I think making some smoked fish would be a good use of our fish. Yeah, and food is trending back up again, I think. At least the fishes. Hopefully the music is neither too loud nor too quiet for anyone. I think for the YouTube, I've got my volume boosted a bit and the music reduced a bit. Relative to what I'm hearing, obviously. Okay, there's the end of the day. Day 29 is complete.
Droughts in the southern colonies have ruined their cotton harvests. The kingdom needs additional cotton supplies. A generous reward has been authorized for any colonies who meet the requested quota. Plant and harvest 34 cotton. Cotton seeds are enclosed in this parcel.
Under the King's graceful rule, Captain Tama. So, their game's basically recommending, hey, you should start growing cotton. We did that last year, so we're auto-complete this quest, basically. Tax collection. We sell the cotton. We're probably going to sell copper. Might sell a little bit of the fish, so not have the stockpile fill up on fish. Yeah, that's about right. And then, yeah, I think we want more planks. We'll take the plank option. And here's the whisker ship rolling up. I might as well take the slide. So we'll take slide and fuel. And then here's the whisker ship providing us more whiskers. Unsafe worker, I think we're going to stay away from. Where's that industrial machinery faster? Okay, so if he's working the mine, that wouldn't be a problem, but I could also imagine he'd injure himself more with unsafe. Weak in industry isn't that bad. Weak in the... or heavy eater is probably a bit bad. I think we're going to go grab you. We'll leave the monarchist off. Although, yeah, we'll leave the monarchist off. Same thing with the weak farmer. So we're going to take a pretty small grab this time. Farmers tend to... oh, actually, we can do... suppose we can do fishing. No, we'll just take the two. And then we'll go slap another row house in our housing line over here. It's the wrong tab. This is the tab I'm thinking of. And then heating-wise, I should start to put the bonfires out. So I'm gonna want one there. Basically where we had the old campfires to start. Oops. Taking the long way to rotate the thing around. And of course that's where all the stone is going to go. Anyway, we're going to let the Whisker ship head off. It's fine. That house is in, so let's get a look at our miners going. Oh, do I... Surprised I don't have a free miner. I didn't, oh no, that's a farm one. At one point we had way too many miners and not enough other stuff, so miners got assigned to weird jobs. Oh, maybe I don't have a miner for that. Yeah, put a miner here. That's why I'm confused. Do not have an apprentice gear guy. It's easy enough to check. Stone cutter. Sawmill, stone... Oh, the stone cutter I think has to have them. Woodcutter doesn't. So you... getting a different job. You're getting... that job. There we go. Oh, you're the wrong sword. Never mind. Apprentice, gear, stone cutter, sawmill. Okay, so now you'll run that job. You'll be better there. At least until I can get someone swapped over to industry guy, or we have another industry guy coming. And then I've got an empty woodcutter somewhere. Okay, so the added planks is definitely going to be a good thing. We're gonna work on upgrading houses first once we get everyone housed, and then we'll start trying to build up the road. There we go. So I think this is a good place to go ahead and put a part break in here on the beginning of day 31. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. Assuming we don't end up having encoding errors. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to take a break to go replace the cup of tea. Normally I would do that after 2 parts, so YouTube might be a bit confused. But I had to record this first part twice. Well, twice and a quarter, let's say. So the stream will continue, but it is time for me to go get a new cup of tea. Because this one is cold and mostly empty. We'll be back to record a little bit more of this as a side effect after that tea is made. So if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be part tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'll be back with the tea. So until then, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.